Are we good to go?
I'm good, Chick, if you could hear me.
I can hear you, Stevie. So what did you learn from that, Stevie, that you didn't know before that 90 minutes?
Didn't do enough crossing and finishing practice.
So you're in a good frame of mind after it. Like, tell me about the young, the impacting players, in particular Gilmour, who came on. Dreadful challenge, I thought. I'd like to hear your opinion on that and what you think you did for your team.
Well, the good news is he's fine. We took him off as a precaution. The doctors will assess him over the next couple of days. But spoke to Billy. He's a tough boy. He's for Drossen, so he's fine. So that's good. The challenge happened. I didn't really get a good view of the challenge. I haven't seen it back yet. But it's one of these things that happens in football. I think the reaction of the players was good around it. A bit of protection. Showing we're together. But let's not make that the big story. The big story is that we're now fully prepared for the first tournament in 23 years. So let's look forward to it.
Do you think, in a strange way, the ordering off and then going down to 10 men didn't really help you in terms of, building up for the competition proper?
No, I think credit to Luxembourg. I thought they were good with 11. They were still decent with 10. Very brave team. Take a lot of risks. Defend well. Counter-attack with a lot of bodies. So they still gave us a workout. The fact that obviously I'd prefer the whole game to be 11 against 11. But yeah, what it to be, I don't make up the rules.
I just meant as an exercise. In any case, you've gone through these two games, different kinds of matches. The expectation thing now where in reality should the Tartan Army stand in terms of expectations of what we can do in this group?
Should you go and enjoy the team and enjoy the games? We're going to go there. We're going to try and be on the front foot as much as our opponents allow us. We play good teams, so at times we might suffer without the ball. But when we have the ball, we're going to be on the front foot. We're going to try and create chances like we did tonight, like we did against the Dutch the other night. We're looking forward to it. It's a tournament. It's been a long time coming, and we want to make the most of it.
Did you see anything in the games, Stevie, that give you time to think over the next few days about selections? And I know your shape probably won't change too much, but in selection, personnel, did anyone come more into your thoughts?
I think all the players have got to be in your thoughts. As a head coach, you've got to look after all 26. Like I said before, it's been a good camp training-wise. We've worked well. We managed to get the sort of nuts and bolts of how we want to play that system across to the players. And then it'll be leading into the tournament now. It's about fine-tuning towards certain opponents. Certain opponents will require different personnel to maybe cause them a problem. So lots to think about. But that's the only way you want it as the head coach.
And we should have, as you hinted at, scored a few more goals tonight, really.
Yeah, lots of chances. Dykes in there. He's a little bit disappointed with himself, Linden, that he didn't get the match ball, to be honest. He had so many chances. Shea had a few as well. It was nice to work with the two strikers. I wanted to have a look at them in one of the two games, so that was nice to have a look at them. I wanted to have a look at a different combination in midfield tonight with John McGinn and Scott McTominay available to play. So that was interesting to see as well. And obviously some minutes and more game time for some of the players that required it. So good exercise, good training camp, 2 good friendlies, and can't wait for next week.
Steve, you talked about the togetherness. You could see that as the players were circling around the referee and the Luxembourg player. Sometimes with a big squad, 26 people to manage, it's the ones who aren't playing, but I don't get a sense there's any disharmony at all. This looks like a really positive, harmonious camp you've got, beautifully set for the Euros.
Yep. It's a very good way to sum up our squad. We're in a good place. We 2 defeats in 16 games. Freshness in the squad with the young boys. They've come in, they've all done well. They've taken part in the group. They've taken part well in the training. They've made contributions. They've got their caps now. Welcome into the group. It's a little bit of pressure on the more senior ones that are there, and things are looking good. And you see the togetherness when there is an incident on the pitch. We're all there. We're all together on and off the pitch. It's been building that way for quite a while now, and we aim to continue that.
you can see the difference, the time that you've been able to have on the training pitch with the players. They seem to slot seamlessly in whoever comes on as a substitute.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, the connection went there. Can you start the question again?
Oh, sorry, yeah. The obvious extra time you've had with the players during this training camp in terms of the way that, regardless of who comes in, they're stepping in seamlessly off the bench into the shape, into the team. It's only John Fleck that's not, and John McLaughlin that haven't managed game minutes. Is John Fleck likely to be further behind just because of the situation he's in, or is he still up for consideration for this tournament?
He's up for consideration for the tournament. John will join us middle of next week. He'll get the option when he gets out his quarantine to go home for 24 hours and see his family, or he can join us straight at the training camp. Would be because he's been in his room isolating. Would be a long shot that he's ready for the first game, but we'll certainly be ready for the next two.
You went with Hanley and Gallagher today, and you also said Henry and Cooper in the last game. Is that the area of the team where you probably get the biggest headache, selection headache, you would say?
No, I think I've got selection headaches all over the pitch. I think the boys that played midfield the other night against Holland were really good. Enjoyed that midfield three. I enjoyed the way they played. Different midfield tonight. So listen, I've got headaches all over the pitch. That's, I think I said last week or earlier in the week, that I want headaches. So no big headaches in any positions. Everybody fighting. Everybody with a viable chance of being involved in the three games. That's what we need. We need everybody ready, because you never know what's going to happen now. We had a little scare with the COVID, pick up a couple of injuries in certain positions. Everyone has to be ready. You see tonight, when they come in, they know what they're doing, and that's really important.
Steve, what did you make of Nathan Paterson tonight, and is he giving you something to think about for the starting lineup for the opening game?
They'll give me something to think about, all the players. That's what we do, rather than singling out just Nathan. It was good to get Nathan on the pitch. He's trained well, deserved his first cap, and I'm sure he'll be the first of many.
Can I just go back to Billy Gilmour? Is there any concern from John McLean that the concussion protocols might kick in? Was the head not that bad? No concussion, as far as we know. Billy's fine. I said that. I think I said that earlier. He's fine. He's a tough boy. Comes to addressing. He's got to be tough to come for that part of the world. Oh, good.
Just one last question, Steve. If you,
that worries me, Chick.
It could be the last one of many. Have you got your team in your mind? Could we guess your team, or have you got it in your head and you have to, for the opening game I'm talking about, do you have to work on that over the next few days?
Guys, if I name a team now, what he's going to talk about for the next 7 days, right?
The team?
Might as well keep guessing and picking a team. And then we'll see who's right when we get to the 14th.
Right, we'll pick one for you then.
Thanks very much. Pick a good one, eh?
Cheers, Stevie.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you. Cheers, Michael, as well.
Cheers, guys.